All right. So welcome, guys. Sarah, I am going to let you kind of just dive right into it. Share a little bit about you, yourself, your story, and then we'll kind of get into the nitty gritty of all the goodness.
Yeah, of course. Hi, you guys. Thanks so much for having me on tonight. I'm super excited. Oh, I love the waves. I love all of the faces. Thank you so much for having your cameras on. It means so much to me. I first wanted to just highlight Danielle for a second. I think that it's so awesome that she kind of got out of, I mean, by this point, it might not be out of her comfort zone, but it really does take a little bit of courage to ask somebody to host a Zoom just because you just never really know what the person might say. And so I want you to just put all of the ones and the hearts and the love yous in the chat right now for how much you appreciate Danielle for just taking that extra step to ask someone else to like pour into you guys. It always like means so much to me to be able to like build up Danielle and just like she loves you guys clearly. So yes, I see all the hearts. You guys are amazing. Okay, so I'm Sarah Brewer. I am triple diamond right now, going for Prez. It's happening. It's February right now. Obviously we know that, but I know people are going to watch this in the future. And I've been saying Prez in February. Prez is just a huge promotion, as some of you like might know. I know Danielle knows. But it's happening. I know, like, it's just the faith and the belief is there. So, which kind of goes into what we'll talk about tonight. But okay, so I've been doing this for, it'll be 4 years next month, which is crazy. I have had 3 babies in this business, all separate pregnancies, no duplicates for me. I am a twin, but I have not had twins. But I joined when I was 5 months pregnant, and I just wanted, like, I didn't like my job. I was always stressed. I was like, there has to be a better life than just living barely paycheck to paycheck. My husband was working sometimes 2 and 3 jobs, like seasonally at times. And we weren't getting ahead. And I was pregnant, and I was like, well, I would love to like stay home and like raise my baby at home, but like you can't do that on one income unless you're never going to see your spouse. So it works, like came into my lap. I was following a girl on Instagram, and I was kind of a unicorn, but I had also been just like praying for an answer. And so I think it's so important to be praying for our future distributors, for their hearts to be ready for the time that we bring this into their life, right? Because when the girl that I joined with, when she brought the business into my life, I was ready for it. So I jumped right in. I decided this was going to be my plan A. Like, it just, we all have to have a way to make money. And I just decided that like if people were being successful and retiring from their jobs and building 6-figure savings accounts and building their dream homes and paying off debt and all of the things that we all want to do eventually sometime in our lives, if other people were doing that, why can't I? Like, clearly it's real. So why can't I be one of those people? So I just decided from day one that by no means that it was easy or that it just happened or fell out of the sky, but deciding and telling yourself that this is plan A. I wasn't one foot in, one foot out. I wasn't, well, I'll give it a month, I'll give it 6 months, I'll give it a year. Like, I just decided this was going to be the thing. So I promoted, like, I got to Ruby in 3 months, but after that, it took me about a year to go diamond. So I was like sort of quick, but sort of not. I've had 3 babies in this business. So I've had 3 newborns. I've had 3 messed up, not even existent schedules, like thrown off, all in the last 3 years. And I've made it to triple diamond, working on presidential. And I never went back to my job after I went on maternity leave. So I was 5 months pregnant when I started. So about 4 months after that, didn't go back to my job. And I retired my husband when our first was like 20 months old, I believe. So it was about like 20-ish months into the business that it was about 2 years maybe into the business, I retired my husband. And so we both stay home. I work the business, but he doesn't, I mean, he does a lot, but he doesn't go to a job outside of this business. And that is just, every time I say that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, what? Like, my husband does not have a job that he hates. He does not, which he did. He used, and he was working multiple jobs, like I said. Like, if I just want to, I feel like pulled to like say this. If for whatever reason your why doesn't quite motivate you, like let's say your why is to pay off $60,000 in debt, like it's this looming debt that you're just like, I have no clue how I'm ever going to make that money. What? If your why like is something that just seems too big, like financially to accomplish, then see about putting a human to your why. And like maybe it is your husband and he does not like his job, or your significant other, and they just don't like their job. They come home every day stressed and unhappy, and maybe that's you. But put a person to your why. Maybe it's your kids, and they cry every time you drop them off at daycare, which is, it is what it is. Sometimes we have to do that. But if you put a person to your why, and this was a thought that I had several months back, that like once it came to me, like I cannot shake it. And it is the most like, it should, okay, I'll just say it. So if you have a person as your why, like your significant other or your kids, imagine going to them. This is what you don't want to have to do. Imagine going to them and saying, like for me, my 3-year-old, he's the one that would understand this. I have a 3-year-old, a 20-month-old, and a 6-month-old. So the other ones wouldn't understand this. But if I went to Jagger and I said, you know what, you're not worth it. You're not worth me waking up a little bit earlier, getting to bed a little bit later, maybe missing some bedtimes, missing putting them down for bed sometimes if I'm doing a Zoom or whatever. You're just not worth it. We're going to have to take you to daycare. I have to go to, I've got to go find a job outside of the home. I have to make daddy find a job outside of the home. Think about that person that you would, like, if you said, like, you don't want to say that to someone, right? And maybe that person is you. Maybe it's telling yourself, like, you're not worth it. You're not worth putting in this extra work and just deciding through the tough times, through the no's, through the non-replies, through the 12 likes on your posts, like through those moments that are just tough, you're not worth it. You're not worth pushing through. And you don't ever want to say that. Like, I hate like saying that in that like example, because like it like hurts my heart to tell someone like you're not worth it. But that's what I never ever want to do. Yeah, so that person can always change, like Danielle just put in the chat. Absolutely. Like it might be you right now, like you might be working for you so that you can quit your job, or you can pay off your debt, or go on whatever vacation, or just buy diapers, like whatever that is, or a new wardrobe, whatever, put that like feeling to it. But yeah, like that is what you like, find something that when you say that, like you're not worth it, like it makes you tear up. Because I could never tell my child, like, you're not worth it. Like, that like literally yanks my heart out thinking about that. Like, excuse me, if somebody ever said that to my kid, we'd be having some words and some physical altercation. But that is something that like really changed my mind and my heart for this business, because it's all in our hands. We'll be the first people to let ourselves off the hook, like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, oh, I'll get my host to post up tomorrow, oh, I'll message people tomorrow. And tomorrow's just never going to come unless you put that person into your why, and you don't give up on that person. Don't give up on your kids ever. And if you have like, I'm sorry, I'm kind of like all over the place already, but like if you have a day where you're just like, you know what, this was a crap day for whatever reason, that's okay. have grace, sulk in that day for a minute. But tomorrow, don't let 2 days in a row like that happen. Don't let tomorrow be like that. Do something to make your business better, to make yourself better than tomorrow. Just don't have 2 days in a row that are crappy. But yeah, so that, I mean, so kind of my story, kind of a little bit off on a rabbit trail, but it's just a huge part of my story actually, because mindset is just so like big to me, and it wasn't always like that. Like I was the person sitting on Zooms when people would talk about mindset and all of that. That was just like, my mind is fine, you know. But then you just have those revelations where somebody speaks something to you, and you're like, dang, like I just, you know. So be open. Like whenever you get on these Zooms, just have like an open mind and have an open heart, and even like write in your journal, I have an open mind. You know, come with expectations to these Zooms and like something that you want to get out of these. So go ahead. Let's
No, you're
dive in.
good. I love that. And I just want to piggyback, and that's what we're going to do for a little bit
Yep.
here. But mindset is so important. And it's so funny you say, I get on Zooms and be like, okay, like I was that person, like, okay, personal development book. And I'm like, now I buy them and I don't even have time to read them, but I'm like, it's fine. I'll listen to Jade Hooper and you just get it done. But mindset's so huge. And I think the thing that really has hit home with me more so now than when I first started, of course, having 3 young kids, you can relate, is that you don't always want to work this business. You don't always feel motivated to work this business. So that why has just got to be so strong in the forefront. It's got to be so huge for you. And the thing I keep telling myself is you've got to work it like a business, treat it like a business, because if not, you're treating it like a hobby, and that's when it's going to end up paying you like a hobby.
Yep.
So for me, this is my career, like this is my business, and I take it very seriously. And that's just, there's days where that are just so hard. And for me, it's like, I just do my best, and I'm going to give myself grace, because you know what? Izzy's nursing all day, and you know what I mean? Like you can go through these things, and when your mindset is strong, you're going to power through those times, even if you're struggling, you know what I mean? So that's why mindset, your why. And I just want to say real quick, if your why, like, isn't really like that strong, like I always told myself, like your why has to be strong enough that it makes you want to cry.
Yeah.
If it's not, and I'm telling you, when I would think about like dropping Parker off at daycare with some random person in Arizona where I didn't know anybody, like that terrified me. It terrified me to the point where I wanted to cry. That drove me. I would wake up early. I would go to bed late. I would work while I was like taking a pee. Like I literally would make anything work, because I couldn't picture bringing Parker to daycare and dropping him off as some random whoever to raise him when I could be that person. So mindset is so huge. The other thing that you were going to talk about is staying the course, going all in now, and why right now is the time to really make that choice to go all in. And I just want to remind everybody, we're only on for half an hour tonight. So we've got about like 15 more minutes. So I just want you guys to really take all in what Sarah has to kind of give to you guys. And if you have any questions, drop it in the chat, and then we'll kind of have her go through them right at the end.
Yes, I love questions. Like, make me think on the fly, please. It keeps my brain like engaged. So ask anything you want in the chat. Yes. Okay. So this, I mean, every month is important. It just is, especially when your why makes you cry and you have that powerful thing that you want to accomplish. And towards the end, like, just remind me, Danielle, if I don't say this, but I do want to address if you feel like your why like doesn't make you cry. Like, I want to address that and give you guys just some like thoughts and tips and stuff. But I don't want to get like too off track. So this time of year especially is just, it's just magical. It just is. Like, I likened it on another Zoom to like holiday season, like for Christmas and stuff. Like, retail stores know that people are going to be buying Christmas gifts, so that's what they tailor their stuff to. Like, you know, like the marketing, everything is just all about Christmas holiday gifts during that time of year. They don't really do that in like January, February, March, you know? So that's what, like, right now is our holiday Christmas season. And guess what? It doesn't last a month. It doesn't last 2 months. It can last into the summer, through the summer, if you work and push and just decide that for 2021, I'm going to make myself proud. I'm going to make my haters proud. I'm going to accomplish XYZ. If you just decide that for all of 2021, then this boom season that you hear all of us talking about all the time, it will last all of 2021. But it starts now. And I like to think about it like, so our business is all about planting seeds, right? Like, we ask questions, we get in front of people by posting, by adding to our stories, by going live, you know, whatever you do to kind of like put it on your Facebook or your Instagram page, we get in front of people. And then we do host a post, we message, we follow up. Those are the seeds that we plant. And obviously we have no clue when those seeds are going to harvest. We have no clue when people are going to say yes. We just don't. But there are ways that you can make your harvest grow, like bloom, like pop, faster than others. And you can also kill your harvest. So the ways that you make your harvest pop faster is by just doing the things that I just mentioned and doing them every single day. It's the KPI list. So you're posting, you're getting your face in your stories, you're making your products, you're being a product of the product. Guys, I have been, that's like a teeny tiny side trail. I've been pregnant 3 times in the business. So weight loss hasn't exactly, now it is, but weight loss hasn't exactly been a huge focus, like a huge like product of the product for me. For pretty much the majority of my business, guess what products I sell the most of? Weight loss. So I just want you to know that, like, if you're pregnant or you don't have to lose weight, that's okay. Still focus on what other, just because I'm pregnant doesn't mean everybody in the world is pregnant, thank God. So focus on what people want now. We are giving people solutions to their problems. What's coming up soon? Spring break, summer, vacation, beach time, all of that. People are going to want to look good in shorts and a tank top or a swimsuit or swim trunks. People want to look good. So they want to lose weight. They might want to work on skincare, but I really encourage you guys for the next 30, 60, 90 days to really focus on weight loss. I know that you guys are specifically, and this is me too, we're really doing the slimming gummies. Those things have gotten me back into my post-pregnancy jeans from 3 years ago. Like, I'm literally like mind blown. So anyway, being a product of the product and not like don't shut up about it. Don't think like, oh, I've already posted about slimming gummies yesterday. Do it again. Like, do it every single day. If you feel like you're being repetitive, good. Because first of all, you're not. People just aren't, not every single person on your friends list is going to see your post. And guess what? There's going to be 2 people on your friends list that sees every single one of your posts. And if they say something, take it as a job well done. You are doing what you should be doing. But literally, people are not going to be seeing all of your posts. So you're posting consistently. You are messaging consistently. You have got to be in your messenger talking to new people every single day. If you feel like you're following up with the same 10 people every month, you have got to put that 10 people aside and keep following up with them and keep building that relationship. But you have to find new people every single day. And then you have to do the host a post. I literally, like, I am a host a post freak. Like, it is, and I know so many people are, but it's because it's working. And so just if by chance you are someone that is like, because I've got it on my team too. So if you're like this and you're just like, host post just doesn't work for me, you know, you have got to, one, just change your mindset. Like, wake up every single day and feel silly and say out loud, host a post works. I literally have it in my phone as an alarm that says my host posts are booming and it goes off at 2:15 every day. And it reminds me, if I don't have booming host posts already, I got to get on to get my booming host posts. Okay. So it's a good little reminder, but put a reminder like that in your phone to go, or like an alarm in your phone to go off every day to change your mindset. So if you're that person, like host posts aren't working, change your verbiage. You have to start saying that it is working, that it is booming. And then secondly, you just have to do it. Like I'm telling you, you guys, and I don't know if Danielle's like this too, and maybe some of you guys have felt this as well. There is like a week out of every single month. It's usually like the second week. I hate the second week of the month. I need to start saying I love the second week of the month. But it is it's a week long where it literally feels like I'm pulling people's teeth out to get them to post their host post. Like my post will blow up, and I'll be messaging everybody to post for me, and I'll be giving everybody these statuses to post for me, and nobody's posting. It's okay if you go through that week or those few days in a row where you're just like, I am hitting my head against the wall, but you're still showing up. I'm telling you, on day 5 or day 4 or day 6 of you continuing to push through and continuing to go through, like it's not going through the motions in a complacent way, but just keep riding that bike and going through those host to post motions. I'm telling you, on day 5, you're gonna get a yes, and their host to post is gonna blow up, and then the next one's gonna blow up, and the next one, and it's just gonna be that momentum because you've been pedaling, because you've been putting in the work and putting in the motion, and having your mindset right. It's gonna start blowing up. So you have to do the host to post. Make it fun. Like make it a game between like you and your significant other. Like for Howie, it's right now I'm doing it for fast start bonuses, but we have had a thing where like if I get this many host to post up, then you have to blah 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 for me or whatever. Like just make it funny. Like we did do a sample thing one time. Like if I sell 4 samples tonight, like we're gonna get carry out or whatever. It's just make your business fun. And like if you're the type of person that motivates you, like do stuff like that. But right now, like, so that's how to make your seeds pop fast, because like you will find the unicorns. Whenever I'm feeling down about my business, I get host to post up. I don't scroll. I don't do follow-ups. Don't do follow-ups when you're feeling down about your business, because you get more no's than you get yeses. Like it's just kind of how it is. So when you're feeling down about your business, get 5 hosts to post up. And if those posts are quiet, pretend like you didn't get those 5 posts up and get 5 more up until you have like 5 or 6 or 7, however many posts up that are just really going. You're getting people in your inbox. You have to go until you are having conversations in your inbox, not until they're getting comments. That's great. Comments are amazing. But you have to keep getting new host to post up each day until you have conversations in your inbox going. And you kind of feel like, I'm a little overwhelmed. Like I got to put my phone down, do dinner with my family, and then I'll come back to these people in an hour, or 2 hours, like go until you're starting to feel a little like, I'm a little sweaty talking to so many people. That's good. Like you want to have that overwhelming feeling. It's like if you were to open up a restaurant and all of a sudden your doors are flooded. People are coming in. There's not enough room. You don't have enough tables. You're going to be freaking out like, oh my gosh. But do you close your doors? No, because that means the money's going to stop flowing. So if you start to feel like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, like I'm talking to a lot of people, there's a lot more people in my inbox than I've ever talked to in my life, like I can't keep track of things, I don't know how to stay organized. If you're feeling that way, good. That means that the money's coming. So so the way to like kill your seeds, because we're all about seed planting, is to obviously not do those things. To do those things that I mentioned like once a week, or to get discouraged, when you start getting some no's. And those are real things. Like getting discouraged when you hear no's, I still get discouraged. after 4 years, when I hear no's, like when it's follow-up Friday, I have to prepare my mind. I have to have something fun at the end of the day to look forward to, because follow-up Friday it can be amazing because you do get yeses, but it can be a little bit discouraging for a while. Like in the beginning of the day, like I have to have, like, just know like what makes you happy and have those things planned out. If you know that you're like, okay, I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of people this week because it's the last week of the month. We want to boost our paychecks as much as we can. So you know you're going to be getting up a lot of hosted posts. You're going to be messaging a lot of people. You're going to be following up with a lot of people. Have something exciting on Monday night, the first plan. Something, whether it's like dinner with your significant other, dinner with your family, get a sitter, whatever is going to make you happy. Have something, vegging out with your significant other, like, you know, whatever that is going to be, have something like that planned. Like, for at least for me, those are things that like really matter to me, because I'm like, okay, obviously I'm obsessed with this business and I love it, but just like anything else, you sometimes get discouraged or weary, like just like parenting, you know, who loves being a parent every single day? Not me. It's just, it is what it is. So have like those little things that you know are gonna, something's gonna make you happy, and do it. Have something each night. Like if chocolate makes you happy, eat chocolate every night this week when you get 10 pop in host to post. I'm not talking about 10 quiet host to post. I'm talking about 10, oh my gosh, I'm talking to so many people. I'm signing customers, I'm signing distributors, and have your chocolate at the end of the night. Or your wine or your ice cream, like whatever, or your celery sticks, you know, whatever is going to make you happy. Have that ready for you, little rewards for yourself for like doing a good job, so that you can go to bed knowing like, dang, like I did the things. And guess what? If you are just now starting something like this, if I'm kind of giving you a light bulb moment and you're just now going to start this, don't, like I say this so lovingly, don't expect huge results this entire week. This is going to build. So you're going to treat your business this way this week, and then you're going to treat it this way next week, and the next week, and the next week. And so it's going to build all on top of each other. So yeah, I just looked at the clock.
You are good. You're doing amazing. Thank you for all of that. I absolutely love it. Does anybody have any specific questions? I'm going to give you guys probably 2 more minutes. And while we're kind of waiting for any questions to come in for Sarah, guys, the video that we did for you guys on the pushing one product, 50 customers in 1 month. Guys, I just want to say one thing real quick. If you don't get 50 customers in 1 month, but you get 25 customers, are you still going to be happy? You know what I mean? Like, part of me is like, so many people keep saying, I can't do 50. Well, gosh darn it. If you work it like you're going to work for 50 and you only get 25, are you kidding me? Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I had shared that with Sarah, and I think that's where we actually connected, because I shared it in our push chat, and then I posted, hey, I'm looking for one person to do a quick little Zoom with my team. And of course she offered. So we connected. And this is what I just love about this business, is that you get to connect with sidelines like this. And then I went and saved her picture to do my, you know, hey, this is our Zoom, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, holy Hannah, those are 3 kids and they're all very little. I was like, she has 3 very small kids. So we got chuckling about that today. But guys, in regards to that, really, truly, and honestly, if you're focused on pushing one product, like, you're gonna blow it up. Like, you guys see the things that I'm doing. Like Sarah said, like, don't just post once about it. Like, if you watch my story, like, I'm posting like kind of normal, like I normally do, but I'm blowing up my story. I am blowing up my story with everything really in life, and then dripping in, you know, I'll drip in coffee and TFX here and there, but like, I'm blowing it up with the gummies, and everything's about the gummies. And then I'm going to upsell with TFX and coffee. So that's something that I really want you guys to just wrap your head around and really go full force with. And Sarah, if you have anything to say about that, I would love to hear it.
Yeah. So something that I love about doing something like this that's really like focused on one product is I feel like it's really easy to look at our product line and maybe even you're taking like 5 or 6 different products. Like I know at some points I am. Um, and so it's hard to like keep track. And you're like, well, what do I post about? Well, and if you're too all over the place,
Yeah.
like we think in our heads, like, oh, I want to cater to everyone, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
But what you want to do is you want to have kind of like, and I got to figure out like a different saying for this, but like you have to have like the gateway drug. Like you have to
Maybe
have the
we
one.
would need to reword that one.
I
I
know,
like it. I
sorry.
like it.
You have to have like that one the like foot in the door product.
Mhm.
That does really appeal to most people. Like most people want slimmer hips, like especially women. Like um the belly is the last place that we lose weight. So like I'm trimming everywhere, but I'm still seeing this mommy pooch that I have. And then for men, it's their love handles. That's the last place that they lose weight. So hello freaking slimming gummies. Like it literally caters to both men and women in the problem areas that we all
And you know
have.
what, Sarah? They're going to tell you if it's not for them. So if you lead with,
Yeah,
remember, probably I'm thinking you started 4 years ago. I started 7 years ago. It was constant lead with the wrap, lead with the wrap, lead with the wrap.
yeah,
Okay, well, you know what? If you lead with the wrap and they don't want the wrap, then you can talk about the skincare line. It's the same thing.
yep,
So I'm leading with the gummies. And if someone says, oh, I can't take them, I'm this, or I'm pregnant, or I'm this, guess what? It just gives you an opportunity to say, awesome, not a problem at all. It's just really a great product that just came out. But what are your goals? It just
yep,
really allows for you to continue that conversation with them and then find something for them. So you don't have to, and again, this comes down to mindset. I think everything comes down to mindset, because if you're sitting there thinking, but not everybody wants the gummies, then you have to change your mindset. All you're doing is leading with it, and you're going to have to let them be the one to decide if it's for them or not. And if it's not for them, that's totally fine, but it's your job to figure out what is for them, because if you're confident with our products in our company, then you're going to be confident with sharing all of our products and figuring out what is best for that person.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I
okay.
totally agree.
So anything else that you have? Yes, Amber, I have the recording. I'll definitely share it with you. Do you have anything, last words that you would like to share before we hop off?
Yeah, just one teeny thing about so when you're messaging people, obviously you want to have the hope, the mindset that they're going to order today. But if for whatever reason they don't order today, switch them to a hosted post. Always, 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 always switch anyone that you ever talk to, whether it's about the products or the business, switch them to a hosted post. If they say like, I have to wait till payday, I can't afford it, let me talk to blah blah blah, that's fine. That's fine. Switch them to a hosted post. Have them do a gummy hosted post or just a general the heart weight loss hosted post. But because you started that conversation, that person is now going to be seeing your posts. So now you have the opportunity and the responsibility to kind of back up what you're talking to people in Messenger about with your posts. And so making sure that your stories and your posts reinforce the messages and kind of do the following up for you a lot of the times. Like I'll post about like coffee or the gummies or whatever, and I'll get people in my messenger like, hey, I saw your post about the gummies. I meant to ask you, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like a follow up
Yeah.
for without having to follow up.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm so sorry. I know that it's past our time. I just have one more thing I want to say.
Yeah.
You made me think of it.
Oh,
Mark
yeah.
kept saying the word pivot, 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 pivot. And when you're saying that, it's like, think of all the different directions that one person can go in. They're a potential customer or a potential distributor or a host a poster, or they are a customer and then they can host a post for you on what they think of the product. There's so many avenues that you can really like point these people in. So the word that I always think of is pivot. So if I'm
Yeah.
talking to somebody and they say no, I automatically think, which way do I want to pivot them? Because honestly, as soon as they throw up that host to post, if that host to post blows up, they're definitely going to be the potential distributor, right? Or if I'm asking them to host a post and then some of their friends are inquiring, guess what? They're going to want to know what these gummies are. They're going to ask you. They're now a potential customer. So think of all the different avenues that one person can be. If they're a potential customer and that's literally it in your mind, you have to think of the word pivot and think of how can you pivot them to be something else, or another, potential distributor, customer, host to poster, whatever it may be. So all right. I just want to share that last thing. So I will get the recording up. I will get you the recording. Sarah, thank you so much. It is so nice to connect with you. I so appreciate you. And anytime I can return the favor, I am more than happy to.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much, you guys. I hope you guys have a great week. And I hope you really push this week. Just remember, you will never regret pushing. You will always regret putting it off.
Thank you. Great way to leave us. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.